Hi, I'm Maya Van Rossum, the Delaware Riverkeeper. The Delaware Riverkeeper Network is presenting a series of interviews taking a critical look at the shale gas industry and its impacts on our environment, our communities, our economy, and our future. I'm joined today by energy analyst Arthur Berman to talk about the real availability of shale gas in this country and some of the economic implications of pursuing it. I'd like to thank the Chestnut Hill Inn on the Delaware River in Milford, New Jersey for hosting us today. In reading some of your materials and hearing other interviews with you, I've heard you compare the gas drilling industry in the United States to the banking industry, including a comparison about bailouts. And I was just wondering if you can explain that comparison a little bit.
I think the comparison that I made several years ago was between the real estate shenanigans of particularly the early 2000s, the subprime bundling of mortgages and securitized mortgages and credit default swaps and all of that kind of stuff that was in part responsible for our current global economic collapse, with the behavior of some of these shale gas ventures. And I've been chastised for making that comparison. However, I see that there are some striking comparisons that we're told that this thing is just going to keep on getting better and better and bigger and bigger. We were told that real estate prices were always going to go up. And we were told that by the ratings companies, the Moody's and the Standard & Poor's, that these securitized mortgages were grade A investments that had very low probability of failure, and yet they were all wrong. They failed. We're told by all the greatest experts that everybody's making money in shale gas, and just put more and more money into it, get bigger and bigger. I hope it doesn't work out that way. But again, I look at the financial condition of a big company like Chesapeake, and I can't help but see some disturbing parallels between that and, well, even Enron, for instance. It really is kind of a train wreck. And again, I don't promote that I think that's what's going on or that's what's happening, and I'm confident that many, if not most, of the companies that are involved in these ventures are well-run, well-managed companies that expect that they will make money in the long term, whether we believe all their claims that they're making money right now. Well, there could be some misleading comments going on there for sure. But so I'm merely raising a cautionary note. And by the way, just for what it's worth, the financial collapse, I believe, had at least as much to do with energy as it did with real estate. That let's not forget that oil prices reached almost $150 a barrel at the same time that the real estate, the subprime movement reached its crescendo, and that has a very profound effect on economics. And that $150 a barrel oil caused inflation in the United States, and inflation increased the mortgage payments of people that had adjustable rate mortgages, and they could barely make their payments before the inflation, and when the inflation occurred, that triggered a lot of defaults. So you can never, energy is not a parochial compartment. It's not a sector. It's not something we talk about separately and differently than economics or politics or investments. It's what ties everything together. And as energy goes, so goes everything else. And so this is a little bit off the topic of shale gas, but shale gas is energy. And so we need to look at these phenomena with a perspective that says, it's not about whether we let company X drill here in my township. It's a bigger issue. It's an issue of the overall economy. And that's why I say you can't say no to everything, and you have to develop a balance between what you want in terms of the end product of these activities and the, you know, what you view as the effect on your community, on your life, on your landscape of those activities. You can't have them both.